Foreign domestic workers in Hong Kong are excluded from the mainstream society. Earlier this year, 2 Filipino domestic workers lost their legal bid for permanent residency in Hong Kong. The court ruled that maids in Hong Kong do not have the same rights as other foreign residents. But in a step towards empowering foreign domestic workers, some Hong Kong social entrepreneurs have set up a photography program called Lensational. Samantha Yap met up with them in Hong Kong to find out how it works.
It's their only day off in the week. Every Sunday, most Indonesian domestic workers in Hong Kong head to the park. But some now go to a studio to learn photography. Lensational is the name of the venture from social entrepreneurs Bonnie and Peggy. We're here at a photography studio where Lensational are equipping the domestic workers with practical skills to better express themselves through photography. Not only do they get to feel like professional photographers, some even get to be the models. Hong Kong is home to more than 300,000 foreign domestic workers. A lot of them come from Indonesia. On top of being separated from their families back home, some say they're excluded from the mainstream Hong Kong society. Lensational aims to help empower them by giving them photography classes.
We not only provide technical knowledge to our photography students, we also want them to have some hands-on experience. So that we are very glad to have our guest photographer Fanny.
Fanny Chan is the volunteer photographer teacher, and she's impressed by the enthusiasm of the foreign domestic workers.
I think they are very dynamic. Actually, I'm very surprised because they are the domestic helper in Hong Kong, and their role is totally different from what they are doing now.
Supriyati, an Indonesian domestic worker from East Java, has been living in Hong Kong for 4 years. She's passionate about photography.
Harapan saya, fotografer bisa menjadi pekerjaan saya. Nanti di Indonesia bisa mendokumentasikan acara-acara penting dari keluarga atau tetangga atau orang-orang yang membutuhkan saya untuk mendokumentasikan hari-hari kebahagiaan mereka.
Supriyati now spends her time off taking photos and editing them to earn a bit of extra money.
Mereka menyewa saya untuk foto modeling atau ulang tahun, pesta ulang tahun, kemudian kalau ada acara-acara gitu, saya akan foto mereka grup atau sendiri-sendiri. Kemudian saya buat photobook, poster, tergantung permintaan mereka.
Supriyati is not the only one making money from taking photographs. Fellow Indonesian maid Sulika Ismatin is developing a career as a photographer as well.
Bulan lalu saya sudah mendapatkan sekitar $2,000 dari memotret, yaitu untuk pembuatan DVD, photobook juga poster.
Bonnie Chu, the other co-founder of Lensational, also hopes that teaching photography and holding exhibitions will help people in Hong Kong have a better understanding of the lives of domestic workers.
I realized that actually domestic helpers really like taking pictures of 2 things. One is flowers and one is birds. So for flowers, I asked them why. They told me that they think they really appreciate nature. And the reason behind is that a lot of foreign domestic helpers actually came from villages. And Hong Kong is like a big city, so it's a very different environment for them. But then intrinsically, or they still look for nature in their daily lives because that gives them peace, and it reminds them of their homes back home. So they like taking photos of flowers and of birds because birds have freedom. And for them coming here, it's like a liberation. and they appreciate that in birds because I guess birds symbolize them, you know, coming here all the way from Indonesia or Philippines.
However, Bonnie says it's still a challenge to get mainstream attention to their exhibitions. For Lensational to grow, they need to change the Hong Kong people's perception of foreign domestic workers.
People may not be able to see them as like, you know, photographers. So I think this is still a challenge that we need to overcome. How we attract people to come to our exhibitions and how we raise awareness and overcome the social stigma that they're actually just one of us and not domestic helpers.
From Hong Kong, Samantha Yap for Asia Calling.